It started with a filter. It was new. I swiped across, took a photo, and snap. In an instant, I was transformed from an ugly duckling to a beautiful swan. And all the app had to do was change every feature on my face. My cheekbones were higher, my lips were fuller, my nose was as thin as the blade of an ice pick. I was transfixed, in love with my own reflection. Suddenly, all the taunts I'd experienced were just distant memories. All the kids that called me ugly, all the kids that laughed because I had to go to breakfast club and lunch club, and because I wore charity shops clothes and shoes on non-uniform days. It was like it had all just been airbrushed out my life, her life, because she wasn't me, and that's what I loved most about her. From there, it wasn't much of a stretch to becoming someone entirely new, starting again. You know, new accounts, new emails, photoshopping every aspect, agonizing over every detail, aiming for perfection, emerging as someone entirely new, from a swan to a catfish. From boring, bookish Sam, I became Allegra. 100-watt smile, beautiful, posh, Instagrammable. You know, she got attention almost immediately from men and women. I was getting messages, DMs. They'd ask me out. They'd tell me that they'd do anything for me, that I was pretty and incredible, and Allegra was everything I wasn't. She commanded attention. She took up space. Scrolling through her content, everything was stunning, picture perfect, pastel, uncomplicated. Her life was easy, no mess, no stress at all. She was the pastel swan, swimming elegantly, gliding through life. Meanwhile, I was the human equivalent of Swan's legs under the water, desperately pumping away, trying to stay afloat, trying to keep up, just swimming towards this life of followers and sponsorships and insane amounts of adoration. You know, swans are vicious. I mean, they're elegant, sure, gorgeous, but they're also aggressive, volatile, protective. They're not as composed as they seem. My dad used to say that when one star is born, another one dies. Pretty sure he got that from someone smarter and altogether better than him, but nevertheless, that's what happened. As Allegra took up my time and took over my life, Sam disappeared. She became diminished. She was living in the darkness, and I didn't hate it until I did, because whatever I did with Allegra's life, Sam's bills still stacked up, and then so did the final notice letters, and so did the plates. I was so far underneath the water, I was drowning, struggling for breath, suffocating. A therapist would say that Allegra was always just a cover for Sam, to hide her, to protect her, and she'd be spot on. But I've decided that I don't want to let Sam's star die. This facade has gone on for too long, and And you know what? I'm not okay. I'm really not. And I think it's time that I faced that. The unfiltered truth that I need a line to keep me afloat. That I need something to hold on to before I disappear under the water forever. And I don't know at this point if I can be happy as just Sam, but I have to find out. I don't really know where to go from here. This video feels like a good start. So I guess I'm signing off as Allegra. After all, she never really logged on. You know, I'm sorry for wasting your time. I guess this is goodbye.